Welcome to my Heirloom Organic Vegetable Garden series for June the 1st, and I went and dug out all my cedar posts that I have on my pile. I always take them out every year, and I actually put a tarp over them because if you think about it, these are really old. They were old logs when I started using them, and I've been using them now. This is my 5th year. Yeah, it's my 5th year, and they're still perfectly good. So if I would leave these out so they get weathered, they'd be half rotten by now. So if you take care of them, you can get many years of use out of them. That way you don't have to go cut anything else down and just sharpen the ends off and all that kind of neat stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a rake and I'm going to pull the outside edges of the soil in, just so that I can get an idea of where the outline is. And then oh, Doug, he's going to play in the garden. Get it out of your system now, Doug. He just loves the soft ground, which this is going to be an interesting year to keep Doug out of the garden. Last year I learned a valuable lesson with the fence, and this year I'm going to put more posts in so that I can actually use a staple and hold the wire tighter to the ground, because the ruins were lifting the wire up and getting underneath and going into the garden. So I don't want that to happen this year. So I'm going to get the rake out, and I'm going to do a little bit of raking here. I don't know how much I'm going to get done today, but I'm going to start at her, and we're going to get this garden planted in the next, well, my plan is to have it planted in the next 2 to 3 days. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I have to put up a fence around my garden. Look at this. I'm over here working, so I was raking up the edges and that. As soon as I started disturbing the ground, all the ducks came over. Doug was going crazy here. He just left and went barking somewhere in the bush. But as soon as I started raking, and I started getting the soil turned up to get my marking here of where I'm going to put the fence, all of a sudden a bunch of ducks, geese, Doug playing. It's going to be an interesting year keeping the animals out of the garden. Well, I didn't get as much done as I wanted, but then I realized, I was wondering why I was getting tired, and I went in the garage to grab some tools, and it's 7:30, and then I realized I was up at 4 o'clock editing this morning, doing duck videos, so I'm a little bit bagged. So I've got a gate in here because last year with the chicken wire around the garden, it was a real pain because I couldn't get a wheelbarrow in. So this year I'm making the chicken wire is going to be about almost 2.5 feet on each side away from the garden, so I'll be able to get a wheelbarrow in. So I've got I just put some grid here, a little gate, just so I can get in with a wheelbarrow. Nothing fancy, it'll work. That way, no, I'm just gonna, I'll step over top of the wire myself, but if I have to get a wheelbarrow in, I can now, where last year I couldn't. And I'm going to make sure that this end of the garden, I can go all the way down the garden with the wheelbarrow, because I'm going to be planting the rows in on the wire. So I've got all 4 of the posts pounded in, as you can see the step ladder down there. So tomorrow I'm going to string up the line here and get it straight, and then put a couple more posts in. Like I said, I've got to put some posts in so that I can staple the chicken wire closer to the ground so the ducks can't lift it, because last year, the ruins were lifting the wire and getting into the garden. So tomorrow morning I'll get back out here. Hopefully it's not raining. It's already started spitting here the last little while, and I thought, oh no, I want to get something done here before it starts raining, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I don't know what's going to happen. I hope I can get this done tomorrow and at least get my corn planted, because everything else is basically 60 to 75 day crop. It's the corn that's 115 days, and I got to get it in, I want it in tomorrow, because that'll mean I'll have corn the first week of September. Oh, the geese. So that's the Heirloom Organic Vegetable Garden update for today.